Hello, I'm Stuart Tucker, and this is a meditation for the 23rd of April 2020. Yesterday, I began to talk about the prayer that Jesus taught us, Our Father, the Lord's Prayer. I talked about the word our and how important that is, the first word. The second word of the Lord's Prayer is Father. And it's followed by a number of qualifiers. But Jesus used the image of Father to describe God. That's how it's translated in our modern translation. The original word in Arabic is Abba, which really translates daddy. Jesus did not mean to imply in any way that God was male. Elsewhere in the Bible and in early church history, there are decidedly feminine images for God as well as male. Gregory of Nazianzus is one of the Cappadocian fathers who developed the doctrine of the Trinity around the 3rd, 4th centuries. He went so far as to say that it was stupid to think that God was male just because of the language we use to refer to God. God created gender when God created us male and female, but God's own self is not bound by gender. The Father image is evocative language to describe a relationship. God, like a father, is a loving provider. Not too long ago, I was walking past a playground. This is back before all these places were closed. And I heard a familiar conversation. There was a child on a merry-go-round, and every time the child came around, she shouted, "Look at me, Daddy! Look at me!" And Daddy would respond, "I'm looking, sweetheart." Every time, the same phrase, "Look at me, Daddy." Anyone who has ever been a parent knows this conversation. People with young children know how this little dialogue can happen on a daily basis. It's a kind of exchange that is familiar, so familiar to us, says something about who we are as a culture. A child knows that she can command attention and receive it and be rewarded with lavish praise. We live in a child-centered culture. The time, effort, and money that parents invest in raising their children shows how high a priority children are to us. Much of what drives our economy is driven by our care for our children, from brand name baby shoes to college education. This encounter with the child on a playground says something about our relationship with God, because like the child on the merry-go-round, we can call out to our Heavenly Father and know that He's looking, that He's paying attention, that He unfailingly loves us. That is the meaning that Jesus was trying to convey to us when He taught His disciples to have the courage to pray when they pray, Our Father. That's my meditation for today, April 23rd, 2020. Goodbye, and God bless you all.